Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans, and something very different, very, very different. And what I have in this video is a book that you can buy, and I'll put the link down below, and I'll just first of all give you a bit of background to this book. And the lady who sent it to me is Brandy, who runs the USAC Center. I've given you that link before, and I've put the USAC Center's link down below. It's the website which actually is out there in support of white South Africans. But she writes here, also, one more thing. The book, My Turn, South Africa, written by Alice VL, and then she says, she is a dear friend of mine, and I will send you the My Turn Facebook page, which I've linked below this video. We've been pushing this book because all proceeds, excuse me. We've been pushing this book because all proceeds from the sale of this book will go to help white South Africans where there is a need. I have it on good authority that my president has been pressuring the world court behind the scenes, and I spoke to a man who named officials he's spoken to in The Hague. He told me The Hague is ready to enact to the Geneva Convention. They know the government is beyond corrupt, and the country has become completely unmanageable. I asked about his confidence in this being a probability, and he said he is 99% sure that this is happening. I hope so. Along with this information and what we're about to present to the world, if all of this comes down, there will be a need for these people. We hope to get the book on the bestsellers list, bring attention to America, and so that we will have a plan and funds in place to help get people plane tickets or whatever there is need so they are not stuck in that hellhole. If you could help with mentioning the book, I would greatly appreciate it. I will send you the PDF so you can scan through and have a better idea of what she exposed. It's named Government Officials and titles and exposes them, along with so much more. Okay, so what I've done is I've read the PDF that Brandy sent me, and as I mentioned, this book is written by Alice VL, and I guess those are her initials, but the book is beautifully written. Look, I'm an author, I write books, and this book is fascinating. It's 260 pages long. It's got about 450 to 500 online references, including YouTube clips that you can go and look up and see in your own turn. It's available through Amazon, and I'll read you a couple of extracts from the book. Okay, so the title is My Turn, and then Waiting to be Murdered in South Africa is the subtitle. And the dedication goes to Monty and Kenneth McCormack, his fiancée Mariki Meyer, and her 9-year-old daughter Kayla, and the thousands of others who were brutally murdered for being white. And, you know, some of the chapters include a call for peace, how did we get here, the most dangerous job in the world, the reality of farm murders, home invasions, home land grabs, subtle intimidation, and so on and so on and so on. As I say, it's a snapshot of South Africa right now. So if you want a book that records what you lived through when you're in another country which is far safer, and you're getting older, and you say, hey, remember those days, and this book is exactly what you will get. I mean, it's a snapshot of South Africa right now. It's got everything in here. It's got the EFF. It's got the corruption involved with all the different people in Parliament. It's absolutely fascinating. And she's got a page here at the frontispiece page, where the chapter is very, very simple. It's headed "A Call for Peace." I write to ask for change. I am desperate for peace. I am dreaming of the rainbow nation that was once promised to all South Africans. All lives matter. All races count, and all of us, each South African, dreams of a life of peace, harmony, and unity. For all the injustices of the past and for all the injustices of the present, peace can never be achieved through hatred or combining two wrongs to achieve one right. Peace for a nation that was once built and structured on pride, wealth, and beauty. I dream of a nation in union where all South Africans are home in a country we love, admire, and help build. I dream of a rainbow nation. The book starts off with a farm attack, and it's very factual but very gruesome. It basically describes what these thugs do when they come in. And on page 10 of the book, I'll just read you a little bit of the book. On page 10, she writes, we try to keep ourselves, our children, and our homes safe, but we fail. Each time there is an invasion, we have failed, despite the measures we have taken. We try and support our families with the bare minimum. Our men who are unemployed because they are too white resort to odd jobs here and there, at all and any hour of the day or night, simply to put food on the table. At night, after we have locked ourselves away from the world, we listen for unusual and unfamiliar noises and sounds. Each night, I know it could be my turn and that of my family's. What I don't know is how many attackers will surround my bed before I wake up. I lay in bed as the hours tick by and I wait. I don't want to be awoken by armed men ready to inflict brutality on my children and on me. As I try and calm my greatest fear, I listen for unfamiliar sounds. My heart pounds a mile a minute with each new unfamiliar sound. Most nights I don't sleep. Nobody sleeps. Most nights I lay awake and think of a neighbor, perhaps a family member, that was attacked only days before. How my world has changed. I don't drive at night, and we no longer sit in the garden, day or night. How terrifying the shadows have become as they walk by my home. How unnerving the voices in the distance are. That gives you an idea of just, as I say, this book is beautifully written. And it's got a huge amount of resources at the end. Very fantastic. It's a really interesting book, and you can buy it on Amazon. I'll put the link down below for the book, and it would make a fantastic Christmas present for family and friends, especially if they're overseas, because they will get it. They will really understand what is happening in South Africa. And you've got time before Christmas to order this book and get it to family and friends. I just want to read you another little extract near the end. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through the PDF here of the book that Brandy sent me. It's got like Minister of Transport, Bladen Zabandi, and it gives a background to all the ministers in the government and the amount of corruption they're involved in. It's absolutely extraordinary. Okay, I'm getting to the page. Here we are. This is on page 215, and it's headed "Cry My Beloved South Africa," which reminds you of that other famous book. And I think this book has got a really good chance of getting on the bestsellers list. I mean, it really is very, very well written. Okay, so on page 216, I'll just read an extract from this, and then, as I say, I'll put the links down below so that you can buy the book online. Okay. Okay. On page 216, Alice writes, "Racism is alive and well in South Africa. Violent protests are daily occurrences. Farm murders and home invasions are almost hourly occurrences. Hate speech is on the increase and goes willfully undetected." Think no further than our friend Mr. Malema, huh? "Struggle songs calling for the murder of white South Africans are chanted daily. Threats are made against minority South Africans to run back to the sea or face a certain death. Yet daily mainstream news and the media are criticizing these accounts as nothing more than white-driven propaganda or white supremacy. How many slaughtered farmers must still be tortured and brutally murdered before the world notices? How many white South Africans must still be discovered dead on their bedroom floors in what is supposed to be the safety of their own homes before the world notices? How many children must still be drowned in boiling water, shot and stabbed before the world notices? How high must the unemployment rate be before my president acknowledges that South Africans will eventually starve? How many more police officers must be implicated in crimes such as cash and transit heists, robberies, farm murders, and corruption before my president understands that selected citizens are not protected? Look, I'm just going to say to you that this would be an absolutely amazing Christmas present for everyone you know. If you bought 100 copies of this book and sent it out to all your friends as a Christmas present, it would tell them exactly what you are facing in South Africa. And for those who are subscribing to my channel and they're outside South Africa and your friends don't understand what's going on in South Africa, get this book and send it to them. They will get a very good understanding of what's going on in South Africa. All right, guys, as I said, the links will be below, and I'll also include the link to my live stream channel, but for Sunday night, 8 p.m. Johannesburg time. Please have a great evening, and don't forget to subscribe to be kept informed. Bye for now.